I wish when I was a white belt, somebody told me to focus in on a particular type of guard. There's not many better choices to learn as a young grappler on the way up than dogfight. If you master this guard, it can take you from white belt all the way up to black belt. Let's jump right in. Let's get stuck into dogfight. Okay guys, so today we're going to work on some half guard stuff where I'm playing from a dogfight. Okay, so get you on your knees. So basically, what is dogfight? Dogfight is a position where I've come in from my half guard and I come in and I win this underhook and I low ankle shift him and I build up to my knees and I get to this kind of position here. So there's a lot of things that need to go on when we're playing in this position. We need to understand a few little battles that we have at play here, okay? And we want to think about how can we go about scoring from here, okay? Because ultimately, when I get this waist grip, I would say that like this is a fairly even position, okay? In that he has some quite good counterplay for him and I have some good counterplay for me here. Okay, so first and foremost, anytime I see my partner doesn't have a whizzer in, okay, I pretty much get a free back take. I just drop my knee in, get into my chest lock or rear body lock or seatbelt, and I have a winning situation. So he's probably going to keep this whizzer in almost all the time. And anytime you feel this isn't in, we pretty much have a free ride to go on our attacks. So from here, what I want to think about doing is opening out with this idea of just running him over, basically. So we're here, we're going to step up on my right foot. I'm going to think about pushing my body into my partner's body with the eventual goal of tapping his knee, running him through, and get to a position like this, okay? From here, what I want to think about doing is coming in and locking my two hands, and then from here, I have a few different options about how to play this, okay? I can try to pummel my foot behind and work out behind him. Nothing wrong with this at all. Or you can think about, depending on the position, if he keeps his hook in, sometimes I'll think about closing my elbow over the top of his knee and simply walking with my head over the far shoulder into like a chest-to-chest position where I get mounted, okay? It will largely depend on how much he's fighting to get up or he's trying to off-balance me, okay? Because sometimes when you end up with this position and I pick up his foot, sometimes he'll convert this into like a Yoko semi-hook, so I push him over and he'll start to try to hook this far leg here. And in these positions, I don't recommend going this way because that's what he wants to do. He wants to off-balance me backwards. So instead here, I'll focus on using my elbow into the front of the thigh to walk over his knees, and then from here, come forward into mount. So anytime you feel this Yoko hook come in, prioritize going forwards. If that's not there, then you can pummel your feet, go out behind them. Okay guys, let's give it a try. Okay, so next one, we come into our underhook with our dogfight. We're riding his ankle here. Okay, so now guys, let's understand that he's gonna give me a few different conditions that it's gonna determine how I play this position, okay? Because very seldom will he just sit here and let me run him over. Normally, he's going to try to use his body weight and his whizzer to do a few different things, okay? Now, broadly speaking, you can think about this in like a little simple trilemma here. When I get up in this position, if I feel like I can push him over and tap his knee, that's the first horn of my trilemma here. Because he's not really pushing into me, so I just run him over, okay? If I feel that I try to push into him and he pushes laterally across into me, now we're building tension here, okay? And in this position, it's actually pretty easy to do what's called a roll under sweep, okay? So what I want to think about doing is taking a thumb post with my right hand here and basically shooting it right into the back of his knee. Now, for a long time, I used to drop my chest in and scoop this leg. What I found was you get here and you step on the floor and then bounce back off it and jump back over, and you have this kind of problem here where he can athletically jump back over, okay? So John actually showed me this really cool option where instead of scooping his leg, you thumb post it so you get a really good ability to pin it to the floor when you hit your reversal. So I step up and I push into him, he pushes back into me. I drive my chest in, I think I'm going like knee to knee, okay? And I make sure I keep his ankle hooked between my legs, and I'm gonna look to thumb post back of the knee. Now when he tries to jump over, I support my weight, I keep my elbow into my side here, and he tries to get up, and it's gonna be really, really hard. Okay, from here now, coming inside body lock and either mounting or cutting up behind my partner for my score. Okay, so when you feel the tension pulling back into you, you want to thumb post the knee and take him over. Okay, it's worth understanding as well that one of the ways that he can try to address this position is through the use of uchimata. Okay, so if I'm here, a lot of time in the throes of battle, say I'm trying to push him over, he might start to think about getting up, okay? And if he gets up to this foot, a lot of time, he can try to flip me with this back kick, and he tries to uchimata me and sits me down, okay? So this is quite a common way he can try to attack me from here, okay? So we can apply the same principle when he's trying to hit this uchimata. So I'm pushing into him, he's pushing into me, he's trying to uchimata me. As soon as he does, a thumb post here, counter attack, and cover the guy for my reversal. So anytime you get him like really resisting into you, either through the use of your pressure, he's trying to counterattack, or you feel he's trying to throw you for uchimata, this thumb post behind your partner's knee, really, really effective to take them out of position and come on top. Okay, guys? Let's give it a try. So the next one, guys, we're going to be coming in, we're getting into our underhook. Obviously, we had to change of clothes. My camera didn't work when I was recording a lunch class, so that sucks. But anyway, here we go. So we're in this position, and when I start to go for my roll under sweep, okay, basically the only way that I have this outcome where I'm pushing into him, he pushes across into me, okay, from here I thumb post the back of his knee, and when he goes to get swept here, the only way he stops himself from falling is he posts his hand. When this happens, I'm going to thumb post my partner's armpit, and I'm going to get my right ear to his back. So I push in, I'm going to go thumb block and try to roll him. As soon as I feel this, I thumb block right here. Now here I focus on right ear to back, and then from here I build up, come behind, and get up to my man's hips. Ultimately, the trick here is you want to focus on timing the off balance, and as his hand posts, you want to be really quick on getting up with this tilt. So here, pushing into him. You see how there I kind of rode the momentum of his weight shifting onto his hand and then coming back into me to get my movement nice and clean. Pushing in. So next one here, guys, when we're in our dogfight, is we're going to be facing a situation where instead of pushing across into me, he's more pushing my shoulder down to the floor, okay? In this situation, we're going to be building up, okay? I'm pressuring in, he's putting downward pressure. All I'm going to do is going to let my hand go limp. I'm going to channel Angus Young and lift my arm out just like this. Now from here, immediately coming onto our partner's back, going about getting our score. So here, once again, and I'm really feeling his shoulder come down to the floor. This is what I'm really feeling for. So I'm trying to drive into him, I'm trying to get the knee tap, limp through, right to the hip, get ready to get to our score. Okay guys, so once we've come in and we've got to our dogfight, the last really good option that I think is like really valuable here is anytime we're here, even if his whiz is really good, if I can ever come in and lock my hands and pull my right elbow into my side here, I give myself such a strong position. Now, no matter how much Jake tries to hang on here, if I build my hips up, I'm gonna come up off my hip and bring my knee right next to his hip here. This is already enough to make him want to turn over and get a body lock basically, okay? And the only way he doesn't get swept here is if he like lets his whizzer come loose, okay? So we're back here again. So what can end up happening is you're pressuring into him, lock your body lock, hands close, and I pull my hips into his. Now you can see his whizzer is already weaker because you can see his hands not in front of my chest. So I poke my knee up by his hip. A lot of time this arm will come out. He'll end up coming in right into a rear body lock, ready to take our man's back to get to our back take. Okay, so all this stuff where I'm cycling between knee tap, roll under sweep, limp arm, and all that other stuff. Ultimately, if you can get to a body lock in this position, it's really, really good, okay? You have to make sure that you have your base about you, because obviously, if he's pushing into me, he's trying to, like Uchimata me, for example, and I don't have good base, when I go to connect my hands, he'll flip me over. So I have to make sure I have my base, lock my hands, and pull everything in, okay? The golden rule when you're in a side body lock situation is if I'm hip to hip with my partner, he's gonna have a really shit time, and we'll be able to get our conversion on our sweep really easy. Alrighty, guys, let's give that a try. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Comment below what you'd like to see next, and hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Adios.